Often, your work as caregiver will require you to help a client move from a sitting position to a standing position or guide them as they move about. You should always use good body mechanics when moving or positioning a client and avoid lifting whenever possible. Instead, push, roll, slide, or pivot so that you're not bearing the client's weight. Using good body mechanics helps protect both you and your clients. There are several transfer assistance procedures you should become familiar with. It isn't possible to cover them properly in this video, but you'll need to review them to pass the test associated with this section of the CCA program. These procedures are fully detailed in the CCA companion text. It's important to note that each procedure begins by explaining to the client what you will do and washing your hands. Procedure 1 is assisting a client to a dangling position. Before a client who's been lying down moves to a standing position, she should dangle or sit with her feet over the side of the bed for a moment. This gives the client time to regain her sense of balance and adjust to being in an upright position after lying down. You should put slippers on the client while she's dangling. Don't leave the client alone. If the client feels dizzy for more than a minute, have her lie down again. Wash your hands after the client is safely back in bed or the transfer is completed. To document the procedure and your observations, ask yourself, how did the client tolerate sitting up? Did the client become dizzy? Procedure 2 is helping a client sit up using the arm lock method. And procedure 3 is helping a client stand up. Again, you should study and follow these procedures as outlined in the CCA text. Another area you may be asked to assist with is ambulation or walking. Clients who have difficulty walking may use canes, walkers, or crutches to help themselves. Understanding the purpose of each device will help you know how to use it properly. The purpose of a cane is to help with balance. A straight cane is not designed to bear weight. A quad cane with 4 rubber-tipped feet is designed to bear a little weight. Clients using canes should be able to bear weight on both their legs. If one leg is weaker, the cane should be held in the hand on the strong side. A walker is used when the client can bear some weight on both legs. The walker provides excellent stability for clients who are unsteady or lack balance. The metal frame of the walker may have rubber-tipped feet and/or wheels. Crutches are used for clients who can bear no weight or limited weight on one leg. Some people use one crutch and some use 2. Whichever device is being used, your role is to ensure safety. Stay near the person and walk on their weak side. Make sure the equipment is in proper condition. It must be sturdy and it must have rubber tips or wheels on the bottom. Procedure 4, using a transfer belt to assist with ambulation. Ambulation is walking. A client who is ambulatory is one who can get out of bed and walk. Many older clients are ambulatory but need assistance to walk safely. Several tools, including transfer or gait belts, canes, walkers, and crutches, are available to assist with ambulation. A transfer belt or gait belt is used to assist clients who are able to walk but are weak, unsteady, or uncoordinated. The belt is made of canvas or other heavy material and sometimes has handles and fits around the client's waist outside the clothing. The transfer belt is a safety device that gives you something firm to hold on to. Procedure 5 is a method of assisting with ambulation for a client who uses a cane, walker, or crutches. Procedure 6 deals with helping a client from a bed to a chair. And procedure 7 is for helping a client transfer using a slide board. A slide board may be used to help clients transfer who are unable to bear weight on their legs. Slide boards can be used for almost any transfer that involves moving from one sitting or reclining position to another. For example, slide boards can be helpful for transfers from bed to chair, wheelchair to bathtub, or wheelchair to car. Again, all of these procedures can be found detailed in the CCA companion text. Be sure to learn them well. You'll be surprised how often this knowledge will be useful. Lastly, I want to cover a few guidelines for assisting a client using a wheelchair. If your client uses a wheelchair of any kind, you must learn how it works. You should know how to apply and release the brake and how to operate the footrests. To transfer to or from a wheelchair, the client must use the side or areas of the body that can bear weight to support and lift the side or areas that cannot bear weight. Your role in wheelchair transfers is to make sure the client is safe and comfortable. Ask the client how you can assist. Some clients may only want you to bring the chair to the bedside, while others may want you to be more involved. Always be sure the chair is as close as possible to the client and locked in place. Use a transfer belt if you're going to assist in the transfer. Be sure the transfer is done slowly, allowing time for the client to rest. Check the client's alignment in the chair when the transfer is complete. If the client needs to be moved back in the wheelchair, go to the back of the chair and reach forward and down and under the client's arms. Ask the client to place his feet on the ground and push up. Pull up the client in the chair while the client pushes. If the client has fallen, call for help if a family member is around. Do not attempt to get the client up after a fall unless you're certain the client is not injured. Follow your agency's policies and procedures and always call your supervisor if you're unsure of what to do after a fall. If you do help the client up, get her in bed, then report the fall to your supervisor. Remember, to prepare for the Chapter 10 test, you'll need to review the 7 transfer and position change procedures presented in the CCA manual. This concludes Chapter 10.